Well, your team at 35 assists on 38 made field goals. Why do you feel like you lost this game? I mean, that's just a stat for winning.
I think turnovers, when you give up 28 points off turnovers, you take all that away. Take all that away. And then we just have to be better defensively, especially to start. We gave up 27 in the first and second quarters. I mean, it's just, we just have to be better with that. But to me, it's the turnovers. 28 points off our turnovers. Just don't give yourself a shot.
What was the message at halftime about the defense? Because you went out on a 17-9 run, I think it was, in the third quarter.
Yeah, I feel like the third quarter was by far our best quarter. We can't have so many of just 1 quarters or 2 quarters. Like you gotta string 3.5, 4 quarters together. We had 93 points. When you score 93 points, like you give yourself a chance to win the game. And then when we go back and watch, you're gonna see so many wide open shots that we missed. And that, that's just, we've just got to get in the gym and work and make sure that we're able to hit those wide open shots. AB, 28 points in the paint. I mean, we had 63 points in the paint. But we have to get stops. I mean, that bottom line, you've got to get stops. You got to play defense in this league. They hit 3 big threes late in the game. JC Sheldon had 2. 1 was off us in a red situation, and then she had another one when we didn't do what we were supposed to do on the side pick and roll, and then Odyssey had one that bounced all around and fell in. So they just hit big shots late. We played defense late. They just hit some big shots.
Coach, watch the game in one tonight. What are some of the things you'll look at in those 2 games over the Olympic break as you prepare for this playoff push after the break?
Yeah, our starts, just, the Washington game, we didn't show up until the 4th quarter. We showed up in the 3rd quarter today. So we've got to figure out how to fix that piece of putting it together for 4 quarters. I mean, knowing that every team in this league is good any night. And you've got to be able to step up. And again, I mean, we put up 93 points. We were getting what we wanted offensively. We just got to get it. We just got to be better defensively.
What are some things that maybe is going underrated about how you play? What's underrated about it?
What's underrated about her game? I'm gonna stick to what's positive about her game, man. I mean, she had 19 assists tonight. That was a WNBA record. I mean, she has the ability and her vision to see things. And we're just getting better and better as we play with her to be on the same page with her. I know she's not hitting the shots that she wants to hit. She's really down on herself about not making some shots that she would normally hit. But I mean, 19 assists is incredible. That's incredible. I think it was another record for a franchise, most in franchise history. Is that right, in a season?
Most
in a season. And the career high for AB tonight. Against 2 really big players in this league that make it really hard.
Coach, you kind of touched on it. Just talk about as a coach what it's like on the sideline when you see a player in a zone like Hayden setting a WNBA record tonight. Like, what does that mean for you in her development, and what does it mean for you personally to see the feat like?
Yeah, I feel, I think looking at the big picture, I'm pretty blessed with the people I have on this team, right? Kaylin Clark, Aliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Melissa Smith. I've got some really young, great talent that's just going to keep getting better. Throw Lexi Hall into there. She's going to keep getting better, 3rd-year player. Katie Lou, I mean, right now she's beating herself up. She had some shots that she normally would make tonight. So she's really, really down herself, but she just keeps getting better. She was out all last year, just needed time to get her legs under. And so now we'll get this break and we'll get some practice time with these guys. And they're just gonna keep doing this. I mean, it's young talent. It's just gonna keep getting better. For me, it's just exciting the future of the Fever.
Coach, would you?
Yeah, I think they're figuring out, if they get out and run, she'll find you. And Liz had some really, she got out and ran off some misses, and I even think a make. And, she's going to find you. I think she had that one drop behind her back pass. Liz was ready for it. That's happened a few times, and we weren't ready. She was ready for it this time. But if you're a post player and you're playing with Caitlin Clark or any player, if you get out and run, she's going to find you. That's just fun basketball.
I think I got two on Zoom, Alexa and George. Go ahead, guys.
Hi, Christie. Just was curious. I know you're probably still in game mode coming off of tonight, but when you think ahead to the Olympic break, what does like the schedule, I guess, look like for you? All the priorities of making sure everyone, including I'm sure your staff and yourself, rest, but getting back in the gym and working on the things like defense that really matter to make that playoff push.
Yeah, we're gonna, this group of people, from players to staff, just needs a time to decompress, and we're going to give them, several, over a week, just to get wherever you're going, to sit down, sleep, just kind of get back refocused. I think it starts there. And then once we get back, to just practice with no games, you have to figure out a way to keep it creative. You have to be very creative, find ways to get better in certain areas, implement new things. And then play some games. We'll have guys available, we'll have officials. But you have to keep, without games, it gets tough. It gets tough when you're in Indy. So we're going to practice hard, and we'll give them some more time off and let them, do what they need to do to come back and keep getting ready to make that push, that second half.
Sorry, I didn't see Matt's hand up. Matt, you want to go first, and then we'll finish with George.
Yeah, hi, Christie. Caitlin was saying that it can be frustrating to have, 4 wins against upper half teams and then 2 losses against lower half teams. I guess just kind of what's your stance on that as you head into the break, maybe not being able to capitalize on, the lower end of the table.
Yeah, we always try to focus on us, right? In those 2 games, we just weren't who we were in those other games against top teams. And it doesn't matter who you're playing night in or night out. Like, you've got to show up and play your game. And we, the Washington game, we didn't do that. The first 3 quarters tonight, first half, didn't do it, came out in the third, had a really good quarter in the third, and then just couldn't finish in the fourth. But, that's just growing, getting these experiences, and knowing you've got to play 40 minutes of basketball on both ends.
George, last one.
George Goy from the Just Say Goy Sports Podcast. Coach, we see a lot of times in sports, players break records. They lose focus and they just focus on what they did as opposed to the game. What does it say about Caitlin Clark's maturity that at age 22, she's more focused on the loss and her team as a whole?
Yeah, that's hopefully what we're focused on. When is the win. Like, that's our goal, that's our focus, a team win. And with that win, with the talent that we have, come those records and all the accolades. But, overall, when the team wins, the individuals win. And that's what we've got to keep pressing. I know, it's just different these days, and that's what people are looking at and talking about. But we want to build a culture, and we want to have sustainable wins. We want the Fever to come back and get back into the playoffs. Hadn't been there since 2016. That's our goal. And the only way we do that is we focus as a team on the wins, on the big picture wins.